Dubai's skyline is a testament to human ambition, glass and steel giants reaching for the clouds. In this world of cutting-edge construction, engineer Rashid Al Maktoum was a legend, known for his sharp mind and unwavering commitment to perfection. His name was attached to the city's most iconic structures, celebrated for their strength and bold design. For Rashid, every project was a legacy, a symbol of Dubai's future, strength, innovation, and engineering excellence. The latest project was the most ambitious yet, a sustainable skyscraper, a beacon of environmental responsibility. The call for proposals went out globally, and Rashid led the review committee, searching for a design that was both beautiful and structurally sound. He sorted through blueprints, envisioning how each would rise against the desert sun. In his world, there was no room for error. Only the best materials and the clearest vision would do. Rashid believed in the power of modern technology and the proven strength of steel and concrete. He was not looking for surprises, only a blueprint that would reinforce Dubai's place as a leader in architectural innovation. One morning, a proposal arrived from a small team in the Philippines, led by engineer Carlos Santos. The blueprints were elegant, the design sleek and modern, but the material list made Rashid pause. The primary structural component was engineered bamboo. Bamboo? For a Dubai skyscraper? Rashid almost laughed. He saw bamboo as primitive, not fit for the skeleton of a multi-story tower. He held up the blueprint to the committee, dismissing it as impractical. Without much thought, he stamped it rejected, explaining that while the design was interesting, the material was fundamentally flawed for a project of this scale. "We are building a landmark, not a hut," he said, and the committee nodded in agreement. The Filipino blueprint was set aside, destined for the rejection pile. For Rashid, the matter was closed. It was just another fanciful idea that didn't understand the realities of modern construction. He moved on, confident in his decision. But the audacity of the proposal lingered in his mind. He couldn't quite shake the image of a bamboo skyscraper rising over Dubai. Sometimes the most radical ideas are the hardest to forget. Rashid tried to focus on other proposals, but the bamboo tower haunted his thoughts. The blueprints from Carlos Santos were detailed, filled with structural analysis and data on bamboo's strength. It was too thorough to be a joke, yet Rashid's training screamed it was impossible. Steel and concrete were reliable. Bamboo was variable, unpredictable. He pictured the tower buckling, a disaster that would stain his legacy. Still, he found himself researching bamboo late at night, unable to let it go. Was he being prudent or just arrogant? As chief engineer, safety was his responsibility. He couldn't risk unproven materials, but the evidence in the proposal gnawed at him. He replayed worst-case scenarios, convincing himself he'd made the right call. Yet, doubt crept in. Sometimes protecting the future means questioning what you know. Rashid's certainty began to crack. He wondered if he'd dismissed something truly revolutionary. The risk, he told himself, was just too high. Or was it?
Mr. Al Maktoum, I understand your hesitation, but I'm not here to talk about traditional bamboo. I'm here to talk about the future of engineered timber.
A week later, Rashid received an email from Carlos Santos requesting a brief meeting to present new data. The message was calm, confident, and respectful. Rashid's curiosity won out. He agreed to meet, expecting a desperate sales pitch. Carlos arrived, quiet and humble, carrying only a small briefcase. He thanked Rashid and got straight to the point.
We've spent a decade developing a process, lamination, compression, and resin treatment, that makes engineered bamboo stronger than some steel and more fire-resistant than timber.
Carlos's confidence was rooted in years of research, not arrogance. He addressed concerns about variability, pests, and moisture, explaining how their process overcame each challenge. Rashid listened, intrigued despite himself. The meeting was brief, but it left a lasting impression. Sometimes, the quietest voices carry the most conviction. Rashid left the room with more questions than answers.
Sir, let me show you something.
Carlos placed 2 cubes on the table, one concrete, one engineered bamboo, and invited Rashid to test them with a hydraulic press. The concrete fractured as expected. The bamboo, however, compressed but didn't break, even under greater pressure. Rashid stared, astonished. Carlos showed a video of bamboo beams in stress tests, highlighting their incredible tensile strength and flexibility.
It bends, it doesn't snap. That's why it's used in earthquake-prone regions.
He explained bamboo's sustainability, fast-growing, carbon-negative, and ideal for green construction.
We're not just building a tower, Mr. Al Maktoum. We're building with the earth, not against it.
For the first time, Rashid saw the project as an opportunity, not a risk. The demonstration shattered his assumptions. He realized he was dealing with a material he didn't fully understand. Sometimes, proof is more powerful than theory. Rashid's skepticism began to give way to curiosity. He left the meeting deep in thought. The seed of possibility had been planted. Change, he realized, often starts with a single question. Rashid spent the night researching engineered bamboo, diving into academic journals and engineering forums. He found studies from MIT and Cambridge, all praising bamboo's strength and flexibility. The more he read, the more he realized Carlos was a pioneer, not a dreamer. By morning, Rashid felt a rare humility. He'd been too quick to dismiss a revolutionary idea. True expertise, he realized, means being open to what could be true tomorrow. He knew what he had to do: return to the committee and admit he was wrong. It wouldn't be easy, but the evidence was too compelling to ignore. The potential was too great to let pride stand in the way. Rashid prepared to champion the proposal he'd once ridiculed. Sometimes, the hardest thing is to change your own mind. Rashid called an emergency meeting of the review committee. He stood before them, not as the all-knowing leader, but as an advocate for a new idea.
I was too quick to dismiss the proposal from the Philippines. I've reviewed new evidence. We need to reconsider it.
The room was skeptical. Remembering his earlier jokes, Rashid presented the facts: stress test videos, bamboo samples, academic studies. He explained tensile strength, flexibility, and the rigorous manufacturing process.
What about moisture in our climate?
Rashid shared data on the resin treatment that made the material impermeable.
How do we guarantee quality?
He described the strict grading process, even more stringent than for steel. Rashid answered every question with data and patience. Slowly, he turned the tide. If the most cautious engineer in Dubai now advocated for bamboo, there had to be something to it.
Rashid moved to rescind the rejection and accept the Filipino blueprint for final testing.
The committee voted unanimously. The bamboo tower was back on the table. The Baha'i skyscraper's construction was unlike anything Dubai had seen. Cranes lifted elegant bamboo beams. The site was quieter, the process faster, the carbon footprint smaller. The project drew global attention, becoming a live case study for sustainable building. Rashid and Carlos, once divided by skepticism, now worked side by side.
The lighter bamboo meant smaller cranes, less energy, and faster assembly. The tower rose, a testament to their shared vision.
When completed, the Baha'i skyscraper was a stunning success. Tall, graceful, and resilient, its natural tones contrasted beautifully with Dubai's glass and steel. The building surpassed performance expectations: energy efficient, flexible in storms, and safe. It won international acclaim and sparked a global conversation about renewable materials. Universities began teaching engineered bamboo in their curricula. The tower Rashid once laughed at became a new landmark. It proved that the strongest structures are built with the wisest ideas. The Baha'i skyscraper forged a deep bond between Rashid and Carlos, no longer just colleagues but friends. Rashid marveled at how his initial arrogance nearly cost him the most rewarding project of his career. He learned that true strength can be flexible, like bamboo. Carlos respected Rashid's willingness to change his mind and champion a once-rejected idea. Their partnership became a model in the industry. They co-presented at conferences, sharing the story of the Baha'i skyscraper. Rashid would begin with his own lesson in humility. Carlos followed with the science. Their story became a powerful narrative about collaboration and open-mindedness. The greatest thing they built was a new way of thinking. The Baha'i skyscraper stood as a reminder: when we challenge our assumptions and listen to one another, we can build a better world together.